Here we are, making bridge repairs again. I believe this is the 5th water crossing that my folks have put in since they moved in the early 70s. One of the pipes was collapsed, so rather than dig it out, we just covered it up, knowing that this was merely a band-aid and we were going to have to address this again later on. Damage is pretty significant here. Band-aid was gone, and we had a mess to take care of. So we cleaned up the mess. My folks had to get in and out, EMSs, fire trucks, whatever the case may be, since they're getting elderly. So we filled dirt in, and shortly thereafter, it washed out again. At this point, we knew something had to be done. We couldn't keep just putting Band-Aids on things. It was time for a permanent bridge solution. We explored every avenue we could think of. Steel decked bridges, poured concrete bridges, telephone pole bridges, like you see at the mountain bike trails in state parks. They were either going to be incredibly expensive, just more than we could afford to pay, or I questioned their ability to carry a fire truck or an ambulance in. And those were two key factors that I needed to consider. My folks burn wood. Flue fires are always a possibility, and they're both in their late 70s, so the chances of needing EMS grow stronger every day. There's an old man that I get parts for from a loader and excavator, and we were over there one day just exploring, looking through his acres and acres of junk, and he had some bridge beams laying there. Now, these bridge beams were off of an old state bridge, so I knew that they were going to be strong enough, and they were wide enough. So we bought them and started the install. So I assembled a team consisting of the two most intelligent men I know, my father being one of them, an outstanding equipment operator, and of course my brother. We can't forget about him. And we started stacking concrete block. The steel beams came with gussets, so we cut out the old bolts, put in some new ones, reassembled the bridge, used the excavator to set it in place, started welding some things together, anchored it down to the concrete block, and laid oak deck boards on top. I've got a buddy that's an engineer. He did a little napkin math, determined that what we've got should hold about 90,000 pounds before it starts to buckle, and that is with the weight concentrated at one point. Naturally, with a fire truck, EMS, anything else, that weight's going to be distributed over the wheel span of the vehicle. So I don't think we'll ever have a problem with weight-bearing capacities of this bridge or its ability to carry water.